Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This weekend we played the Cattle Inc. Presents the 2025 Greater Raleigh Open, driven by Innova. We played two courses for my division. We played Diavolo in Cary and Jones Park in Holly Springs. One round at Diavolo, 2 rounds at Jones Park. Over the weekend, Saturday was a pretty rough day. As you'll see coming up over the next 2 videos, but Sunday I was able to kind of bring it back and do much better. But first 2 rounds were kind of rough, and we'll talk about those as we go through here. But we're going to start off with Diavolo. If you've never played Diavolo, gorgeous course in Cary, absolutely worth coming to play. I believe at one point it was rated the best course in North Carolina. It's still rated pretty high, but it's just a very well kept open course. When I say open, I mean it's not too tight. It's some wooded holes, but it's not overly wooded to where you're really having to fight your way out of areas. But we started here on hole 19. We're playing the white fusion layout. There's multiple layouts here. The fusion layout combines a few holes into one, where you go from one pad to the next. First shot there, the leopard 3 kind of pulled it right a little bit. Took my sumo there and had to toss back out. Kind of hit a branch, knocked it down a little bit. Threw my wombat 3. Had a really good throw with this one. Left me pretty close for, I don't want to say pretty close, but it's a long run. Just outside 100 feet, you can see the marker there. I'm going to put it right next to the basket. I'm going to start off with a bogey here. Hole number 20, I put hole 2 here, but technically it's our hole number 2, but it's hole 20 for the course. Throwing the Paradox, and I just got this Paradox like the day before. As part of my player's pack, I picked up that Paradox, and it does not fly like a Paradox. It flies a lot more like a Hex. I mean, it is so stable, and I'm gonna take it out of my bag after this weekend. Just because it doesn't fly like I need it to. It does not fly like a -4 or 0 disc. I have had Paradoxes before that did. This one does not. It's just, I don't know what happened in the process of making that disc, but it is not understable. Threw my Pyro here, number 21. Gave myself a good upshot with the peak. Put it right next to the basket here. I'm going to take a pretty easy tap-in par. Hole 22, I'm going to throw the sweep off the tee here. It's a long par 5. This is a fusion hole. It's where they fused 2 holes into one. I believe it's hole 10, the 22's basket, I think. But it's just a lot longer hole. Throwing the J here. That was my Firebird off the tee. And I'm throwing the J. It slipped out of my hand a little bit. I'm going to take the Toro here and try to get as close to the basket as I can to try to save my my par. And gave myself a pretty decent putt here for par. Moving on to hole number 1, throwing the Racer. And I've been trying to work on this forehand, and I think I'm going to work on a different grip, because I just snapped it out of the hand. I feel like I'm turning it over, and I got to figure out a way to stop doing that. Throwing the Wombat 3 here on a patent pending backhand, and I thought I gave it enough Anheuser, and it just kind of, I think that Halo plastic just came out of its stability a little bit, or the understability a little bit. But I got to try the Toro here on a roller, and kind of took a little bad bounce there off that first jump, and kicked it left a bit more than I wanted into that tree. So it's going to be this long putt here for trying to make that, and just did not work out well. I believe that was a double bogey for me. Hole 2, throwing the Firebird 300-foot par 3. Got a really good throw out of the hand with this one. It left me with should have been a makeable birdie putt. I believe this is right at circle's edge, and I'm just going to be a little short, fortunately. So was hoping to bring it back a stroke after that double, but I'm going to take a par. Hole number 3, par 4, 445 feet. Taking I believe that's my Valkyrie. And I was trying to go up that right gap, and it came out just a little bit early and hit that middle tree. Left me with a good shot here with the Firebird. I mean, wide open gap, and I just threw it straight into that tree, unfortunately. So I'm going to take the Firebird again and try to get it close to the basket. This is my third shot. Take that inside gap, and I put it up pretty close to the basket. I might have a run to try to save the par here. This is definitely outside circle. This is probably about 50 feet. And I had the right height to it, right distance. It was just right at the basket. So another bogey. Hole 4, this is a long par 5, 661 feet. I believe I threw the Eagle L here and just got a little bit nose up, so it kind of came out of that hyzer a little bit early. Took the J here and put a really good throw on it, but I'm thinking I should have thrown a putter instead because it kind of went just a little bit long. I got to take the PX3, put it on a turnover backhand, try to get it down that gap, and I got pretty good ways down here. So this is for the birdie. It's my birdie run. I gave it a really good bid at it. Once again, perfect distance, perfect height, just a little bit right of the basket. That was a tap-in par. Hole 5, taking my Leopard 3, and got a good pull out of the hand. It was just, it didn't quite turn as much as I expected it to. Not as much as it did on the very first hole, that's for sure. But it's going to leave me kind of in this tree here where I've got to just try to toss it out and get it close enough to take the easy par. One of the things I did today, and you'll see, is some of these holes, instead of just laying up for the par, I tried to run way too many holes. Hole 6, taking my Wombat 3. I'm going to go for an ace run here. And I really wanted it out of the hand. It was perfect, and I'm watching it, and it's going right to the basket, and I was waiting for it to hit chains, and it went just over the top of the basket. I mean, that was an ace run all day long. Unfortunately, left me with that long putt for the birdie, and that was my problem. I kept running these shots for birdies and putting them out, making the par putt much further than it needed to be. Hole 7, Firebird on a thumber. Had a really good shot, and I caught that little overhanging limb. I would have been so close to that basket had I not hit that limb. But gotta do a Anheuser putt there, try to get close and take this for par. Hole number 8's an island hole, and this one I'm a little upset about. They had it surrounded by these this kind of fencing, this artificial wall, but they had these openings in the wall, and to me it made it fluky. To me, it was either have it fully enclosed. You can see the little openings because I went out of bounds through that opening. And it's like either have it fully enclosed or have it fully open. One of the two, because otherwise it's a fluke. If people throw it deep, they either get saved by a fluke or they get hurt by a fluke. That's just my opinion on it. It's like either have it fully enclosed or fully open. Mark it with paint or twine or something, so that everyone has the same experience on the hole, no matter kind of where you hit. But I know there's other thoughts to it, but that's just my thought on it. It should either be all enclosed or not enclosed at all. But unfortunately here on that hole 9, I took another bogey. Hole 11, I'm throwing the Leopard 3 again. I had a good shot with it, just a little bit on the right side of the fairway. I can't remember what I threw there. I think I want to say that was my T3X or my peak. This was a Toro that I threw here, and just getting it up here close so I can get the kind of tap in par. Yeah, I played that hole just in little pieces. This one kind of hurt me. Hole 12, par 4, Leopard 3 just came out of my hand early. Unfortunately, just a little slippage, and it just went into the woods over here. I'm taking my Firebird on a roller, and you're going to see it hits the ground and kicks straight right and rides up into the trees. This shot coming up, this is my third shot because I couldn't get the camera in there because I was so deep in those woods, so I just didn't film it. But this was where I tossed back out into the fairway. This is my third shot. Taking the Sumo, and I was trying to run it. I told myself, just run the basket, try to save the par. Or I'm sorry, not the par. 1, 2, 3, that was my fourth shot. Yeah, try to save the par. So that was my bogey putt there. Hole 13 Fusion, par 4, 510 feet, throwing the Eagle L again. Had a good shot with it. It kind of flared a little more than I wanted it to at the very end, but kind of put me on the left side. But I'm going to take the, I think this is the Leopard 3 on a forehand. Trying to put it on a little forehand. Anheuser forehand, and kind of caught the ground, cut rolled over here to the right. This was unfortunate. I was trying to get it close to the basket and hit that left tree. And so this is my long putt here. This is one where I tried to run it instead of laying it up. I was trying to rack up that par and save it instead of just taking my bogey, which I should have done, because instead of taking an easy bogey, I'm going to turn it into a unfortunate double. But don't do like I do, or don't do like I did. When you're in that position, just toss it up and take your medicine. Throwing the racer here on hole 15. This is what I wanted on hole 1 when I threw that forehand racer. I absolutely piped it down that left side. Got it basket high, just left. That's my birdie run, but unfortunately I didn't really have a good line to it because of those trees, but had to kind of leave it out to the right. Hole 16, throwing the Leopard 3. Long par 5. On this one I got a really good rip out of the hand. Really nice position. I was very happy with that drive. Gonna throw the Wombat 3 on my second shot, just trying to placement was my goal here. Get it down the middle, keep it in the fairway. Went back to the Leopard 3. Pretty much threw the same shot I did off the tee. Gonna get it right down to the middle of the fairway. And then I'm gonna take the peak on an Anheuser backhand and try to get it right next to the basket. And I actually almost ran it. I was just left of it. But it's going to leave me this probably about a 10-footer for the par. Hole 17 Fusion. I believe this is the Leopard 3. No, that's my Eagle L. Kind of got a little bit high on that one, higher than I wanted. A little bit too much hyzer on it. But I got to the next tee pad, and I'm throwing the Paradox here. I wanted it to flip. Do it pretty flat, and it just does not flip. That is not a Paradox. That's me going, what is this disc? That is not the disc I bought. I felt like it was a misstamped, misprinted. On the underside of the MVP disc, they tell you what disc it is. I feel like it was misprinted. It was not a Paradox. But I was able to save the par there, I believe. But as you can see, I went, unfortunately, I believe I was 10 over for the round. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, yes. 10 over for the round, no birdies, unfortunately. Every birdie attempt I had, I just completely botched it. But Diavolo is not this hard. I made this course so much harder than it actually is for all of those times I tried to run it when I should not have. I should have just laid it up and taken the par and gone instead of turning it into a bogey because of just bad course management. But next round's gonna be Jones Park, playing the short tees from there, and that'll be the second round of the tournament. And then round 3 will be from Sunday from Jones Park as well. But really fun tournament. Enjoyed it. Had a good card of people all weekend. It was good cards, so was not disappointed with any of that. I was just disappointed in myself and how I played the course on Saturday. Courses on Saturday. If I could have just been consistent and played like I did on Sunday, I could have had a really good tournament. But you'll see kind of what happens and building up into that Sunday round where I did a much better. But as always, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you again for round 2.